Now, day one. Day one of Ronald Reagan's presidency, and day one of freedom for 52 Americans. Though thousands of miles apart, these two historic events moved almost on parallel tracks today. The new president had not been in office an hour when the former hostages became free men and women again.
It wasn't until the motorcade on their way to the Capitol that the president was able to tell the president-elect that the hostages were aboard planes and would be airborne in 15 or 20 minutes. But it would be longer. Finally, just before Mr. Carter got to Andrews Air Force Base for his trip home to planes, the hostages' departure was officially confirmed. They had taken off about a half an hour after he was no longer president. The timing could hardly have been accidental.
They have aged, said the ambassador, and he referred specifically to the charge d'affaires, Bruce Langan, an old friend of his at Will. It was childlike, the ambassador said. They, the hostages, couldn't quite believe they were leaving, but they were falling all over each other with emotion. There was laughing, and there were tears. Many, perhaps most, had not seen each other for those 14 months. It was, said Ambassador Lang, a moment that will stay with me for the rest of my life.
The two American Nightingales, which will carry the hostages on the next leg of their voyage, arrived here at Algiers Airport tonight. These medical evacuation planes are designed to give emergency treatment until they reach a major medical facility, and they may be necessary.
Mrs. Catherine Keogh, whose husband was the schoolteacher who just happened to be in the embassy when it was taken, spoke eloquently of the emotions of the moment.
I think what you are looking at is about 15 months of holding one's emotions in check. And to shed all of that magically with a snap of the finger and say it's over is very difficult to do. We are experiencing a decompression as almost exactly the kind of decompression that the hostages must be going through.
The State Department is nearly empty this evening. The Carter folks have left. The Reagan people haven't yet arrived. Many of the professionals don't know what they're going to be doing. Such circumstances don't really lend themselves to celebrations. However, there is an overwhelming sense of relief here that the new administration can begin without the curse of the Iran crisis. Barry Dunsmore, ABC News, the State Department.